right now is, to me, as a coach and somebody who was in Potchefstroom when Costa was in Pretoria, was the amazing person she is. Never mind her athletic abilities and performances, but the person she is. She's just a fantastic person. And we really clicked from the start, and to me, that's the basis, is having a good relationship with your athletes. You know, sessions might change, you'll have your ups and downs, but if there's a good foundation, I think that's where it starts.
How far can she go?
My belief is honestly that she can break the world record. I do think she can. She believes she can as well. But it's something that we both feel that it's not something you should go and chase. I think once you start chasing things, it tends to slip away sometimes and you focus on the wrong things. So again, basics first. Our motto is just to enjoy what we're doing. If she goes out and enjoys a race, has fun out there, and let the others worry, you know, why worry, why stress, you know, and she's been doing that. She really goes out and enjoys her races, and I feel and she feels that the time will come. You know, once there's the perfect race where the opposition is also racing hard, the pacemakers do their job, I do think she can break the world record. But if it's this year or next year or the year after, she's still relatively young. I think people tend to forget how young she is still. And she's still got quite a few, not just years, but maybe a couple of Olympics left, you know. We, at least when we talk, we're thinking already, you know, 2020 and beyond. So I think she's probably got at least 2 Olympics left, you know. And yeah, it's just fun working with somebody like that. That's always positive, always sees a joke in everything, you know, and enjoys what she does. And that's not just racing, it's training as well. I think it's one of the hardest things when you get to training, when athletes are, you know, kind of, why should we do this, and why this, why that. She's just, you know, gets to the track, does her thing, warms up, does the session, does the talking afterwards, you know. So it's just a pleasure to work with her.
2016, the final 800 meters Olympics, Rio.
Obviously, I'll take you through the steps, because I've decided to come to Potchefstroom, you know, this place. With John, you know, the relationship is just fantastic, solid. You know, he's not commanding. You know, we sit down, we discuss the programs. You know, I tell him how I feel, he tells me what he feels. But I'm the boss, he knows. He needs to listen to me. Okay, coach, I'm not feeling well today. I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna do that. If he believes in me, then I'll believe in him. So, you know, it's not about that thing, no, I'm doing this because I think it works. We sit down and then we look through the programs I have done before. So with what we have done from 2014 December till 2016, it was marvelous, because it was all about doing what we feel it works. You need to feel the body, you know, if it's able to push. If it cannot push, we stop. With the final, he doesn't say much. He'll just tell me, you know, just go float. Just, you're the best. Just do what you do best. You understand? But through the race, it was more for going back, you know, to Berlin, going back to London, going back to the races I have lost. Because I remember 2014 season, there was time where I was just losing hope. Like, I don't think I was meant for this. You know, things are not working. I'm coming last, you know, in a race, I'm last.
And Semenya at the moment, right at the back of the pack.
I'm like, but I'm not used to being last. I'm used to being in front.
And certainly Caster Semenya looks as though she's struggling a little bit with this pace, and doesn't look at the moment as though she's going to challenge. We'll really have to get things going.
And then the other part of me tells me, look, I think you're rushing things. You need to go back, pick up pieces, and start again. And I decided, okay, I'm gonna call off the season. Then I came back home, I came to John, then we start working. Where I see it's a little bit too much or it's a little bit less, we go to the office, we discuss. And that race you saw there is what we do here in this ground. So we make sure all the time we put on the work and we go run an easy race. That's what we do. So obviously in the final, we still had talks that our so-called bosses, they're still busy, protesting that people need to. I heard about the medications and all those things. We don't care.
Semenya's body produces 3 times as much testosterone compared to the normal level found in women. In London 2012, Semenya took the silver medal in the 800 meters but was taking medication to lower testosterone levels. Semenya never complained, but India's Dutee Chand, another athlete with hyperandrogenism, did. In 2015, the Court of Arbitration of Sport overturned the ruling by the IAAF, meaning athletes such as Chand and Semenya no longer had to take testosterone-suppressing medication.
We're there to run. We're not politicians. You understand? What we do is sports. Sports is meant to unite people, not to separate us, not to measure. It's not about color or anything. It's just about doing what we love, then we enjoy. And then I told myself, okay, when I get to the final, I'm just gonna rip everybody off. I'm just gonna kill them because as they're talking, I want them to talk a lot. I want them to talk more so I can do better. So then, obviously, when we were in the final, then I saw he was nervous in the warm-up area. He was nervous more than I do. So I'm like, Coach, what's wrong? Chill. We got this. I'm just gonna go there, run my race. Okay, before final, then we're there, we're getting hugs. Okay, go run your final, enjoy. So of course I'm gonna enjoy. Okay, finals, he didn't know what I've planned. He didn't know how I was going to run my race. I didn't wanna, expose my plans. I went to the final, okay, I told myself I'm gonna lead from start. Whoever passes will pass. But the final 200, I'm just gonna run like a mad woman. Then in the race, okay, then I take a lead. Then I see the girl from Burundi is by my shoulder. I said, but I don't want to mess up her race. I just let her pass because I realized that, okay, when I check on the blind spot, I see another African. I said, okay, we got the chance of a clean sweeping. We need to clean sweep this one. Okay, I let her pass. Obviously, we went to the bell. And then when she decided to move a bit, because I'm inside, I don't want to run a dirty race. Obviously, I have to let her pass. Then I let her pass because I didn't want her to run the whole bend. Okay, she took a lead, and I was inside. But I was in boxed, because if you check, I was inside the box, because when we reached 220, 350 to go, I was still inside, then I could see 2 people are coming. If I wait there for long, it's over. That's when I decided to take the race from the bend. Obviously, I know I got the best kick over the last 150, 150 to go. Then I just did what I've done in Monaco, what I've done in Doha, what I've done in Rome.
Semenya is going to have to peel off the back of Niyonsaba shortly. She does that now. She's normally got a devastating kick when she goes, and go she does. And she goes from 2 metres behind to 2 metres in front at the top of the lane. Semenya running for gold now in front of Niyonsaba and Bishop and Wambui, but she's left the others in her wake, and Caster Semenya is going to do what most people thought she would do in the 800, and she runs away and wins it brilliantly. She has destroyed them in the last 200 metres, and that was the way that a lot of people thought she would become the Olympic champion.
You like to lead from the front and in the middle of the pack.
Yes, yeah, that's how I run my races. Because from young, I moved from sprints to middle and long. So when I ran, because I remember my first out too, I ran from back to front. So then I told myself, okay, I need to learn how to control my body. I need to learn how to control my energy system. That means I'm more in aerobic and anaerobic same time in a race. I can hold my breath, I can still use oxygen. So that means when I'm behind you, I'm not doing a lot of work. You're doing the work for me. But still, when I'm in front, I can still mess your race.
And Gould has done very well. She's got 4 times a national champion, but she's going to find it tough now. Look at Semenya. How easy does Semenya look? Dibaba, Semenya. Semenya goes past Wambui. Dibaba in 3rd place now. And then Sum, the former world champion, behind her. Semenya looks absolutely majestic, so comfortable as they go with about 120, 130 to go now. Wambui putting the pedal down in the final stages. Dibaba looking for speed. It's not coming now. And Semenya absolutely flying. Total dominance. Wambui in 2nd place. Some looks to me as though she's going to come through into 3rd. But look at these first 2. Semenya wins it. Wambui in 2nd place.
So for me, I'm more of a tactical runner. Also, I'm a fast runner, so I'm more complicated. So if I may say, it's a complicated story, which people cannot understand how I run my race, because I've checked how Wilson Kipketer ran.
He blew the opposition away in Athens. He's blown them away again here. But can he blow away Seb Coe's world record time? 1:41.73 is the mark. Listen to the crowd. Look at Kipketer. Unbelievable.
Ezekiel ran, the laden bully, how he used to run the race. I checked Rudisha.
But it's Rudisha coming into home straight. We're going to be looking at the time very closely on this one. A brilliant run by the youngster Amos as he comes into 2nd place. The other youngster, Keaton, is in 3rd place now. Then a man, the 3 youngsters, with Solomon finishing. But Rudisha, what's the time? It's a world record! A world record here in London at the Olympic Games.
I checked Maria.
Matola leads. Kirot right on her shoulder. As expected, it's the big 2 who come into the home straight, battling for honours again. And it's Matola once again who's going to win. Another victory for the Mozambique athlete.
I checked how Krejcikova ran the race.
And the girl who is the favourite to win 2 gold medals here gets away, and she's on her way to her first world title. 32-year-old Jaromila Kratochvila. Silver medalist in Athens at 400 metres, silver medalist in the Olympic Games at 400 metres, now about to take her first gold in a major championship.